Hi, good evening. It's Rick. Can you believe it? You know, I think I've pretty much covered all the real part about the single eye and how you get everything moving and going. And, you know, that the idea that I'm actually getting all this from the Bible. You know, where's the proof? Where's the proof? You know, a lot of my teachers and all, they come right out with the Bible and showing you all these different things. So I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try to do something like that. And it's one of our favorite parables that Jesus gives us. And, you know, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like. And from one of the stuff that I've talked about already, and I'm going to hint on other things, I wanted you to see, you know, the construct of a parable, that it's really not meant to be taken, you know, quite literally, as these people have been doing. But this is a wonderful parable because a lot of things are taught off of just, if you know, the Bible is, there's probably more than 100 or 200 other books that were just absolutely excluded out of this Bible of ours, you know. I mean, from what they had to choose from, oh my God. And if you knew how they chose, oh wow, what a creepy, I'll tell you, that'll be another story. I'll do that around Halloween, because it's creepy. But anyways, this story about the 10 virgins, this is actually where everybody gets this, you know, what's going to happen on Judgment Day, alright? This is where, you know, Jesus is supposed to come, you know, and stuff like that. You're not supposed to see that day. You know, in here it says it's Judgment Day, but, you know, in reality it's all of these days are the same. You know, oh, there's a pre-tribulation. No, this is the tribulation. No. Oh, there's a pre-revelation. No, this is Revelation. There's the second coming. No, there's no second coming. This is the second coming. The end times. This is the end times. This is all these stories really mean this one trip up and boom, you know, and you're connected, then you're anchored. That's all it is. There's no pattern. Every one of these stories is a part of you and a part of mine. Now this one here that I want, let's get into it, because I don't want to take a long time. I think no one likes listening to long shit. So it's a beautiful parable, goes really fast, alright? And I'm going to go through it in like a synopsis of things, okay? But anyways, what it is it's about they're getting ready for to get married. You know, we're going to go to the bridegroom. We're getting ready to go. And so it's really a story about, you know, these 10 virgins. So right off the bat, that's a number 5, okay? Because it just is. Because 10, you have to break that in half. It's actually, because of duality, that's the 5. 5 is being, while you're awake, the 5 senses, you know. And the good virgins are the ones, you know, that are prepared for this. And what I mean by prepared, they have oil in their lamps. And I haven't hit on this much, but in reality, this is the sexual energy inside of you. You got to have this, you know. They usually call it like girding the waist, you know, is one of the gird your waist or your loins. You always hear that about, you know, because you need this. You got to have that boost. This is the oil inside of you. See, to go up into heaven, you can't use your flesh and blood. So the energy that's used in your body is there's some kind of plasma or an oil. You know, it's your Christos. You know, I used to call it jism. You know, but you need this, and you want to. You know, if you spend a lot of your time in the lower conscious, like, you know, masturbating, you know, it happens. You know. You deplete yourself of this particular energy, and you just can't get up there. You know. So you want, if you were going to the shamans, you were going to go trip out and, you know, and do some of that, you know, some of that ayahuasca stuff. They ask you to not to you know, to refrain for like a month or so, you know, 3 months even, so that you have this wonderful energy that you're going to make it. There's just absolutely no way that you're not going to make it, because you got the energy in you, and that's part of the discipline. Girding your waist, you know. So anyways, of these girls, you know, of these virgins, you know, so it can be either anybody. The wise ones are the ones that have been storing up, and the unwise are the ones that don't. And so what happens in the story, you know, they go up there, you know, oh, here he comes, you know, they look up. And so they go to sleep, you know, and in the middle of the night, there's this, hark, the Lord's coming, and it's like, oh my God. So they're asked to trim their lamps. And so that's the Kundalini part of this as they're going. And the five unwise ones, they say, well, can we borrow some? Oh, come on, you know. And they said, you know, well, then we may not have enough for us, you know. So you go buy your own. This is the word buying, because everyone buys into things, you know. So you got to go in, or, you know, take your time. You got to go, you just got to sit back, you know, because that shit's got to build up, you know. You just don't go drink something and you're there, you know. But anyways, that's what it means. It don't mean so nothing dirty to it at all. But to keep on line with this, look at me, I even wrote shit down so I can keep track of all this. But anyways, here they're going up. So while they're going to town to buy their business, you know, the bridegroom comes, all right, and it takes off with these people, the good guys, you know, the five that have gone off, you know, while they were, you know. Well, anyway, the sleeping thing is very important in this group. That, you know, while they're asleep, they're gone, they're separated, they've separated. So the skin side of them is gone, and here's this beautiful side of them is crossed over and is going up to meet the Lord. So that the separation of the skin from the spirit. Remember duality, we got it going on, man, can't help it. And it's all a part of this. So, let's see, what did they say? They thought, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, so, they went, what happens is when they got up there, they shut the door. That's there's that word again. They shut the door. Jesus asked us to go into our closets and shut the door. So this is another one of these, you know, sayings. You have to understand what these are. This is the knowing, the wisdom of these dark sayings. You know, this is where you learn. This is it. All right, and I'm doing it easy for you. I'm showing you how. Let's cross over these, jump over all this crap real fast. All right. So anyways, there's this door, the same door that Lot holds shut. Because these people, this thing, they come home, come on, knocking at the door, please let us in, you know. God tells them, surely I don't know you. He goes, you know, go back. Just watch, stay on watch. You're not going to know the hour, the day, the time when the Lord's going to come. And that's where this whole thing comes from. Because they weren't ready. They, you know, and even those guys, even when we are ready, when we actually have it in us, saved up, we're ready to go on this trip. I've been waiting, you know, having that discipline. I girded my waist and I sat down and I disconnected from me. It got rid of the skin of me and I allowed this energy to rise inside of me and hit that pineal gland, touch that stone, and ignite the right side of my brain. And allow this beautiful force of delta frequency to give me a wonderful bath of some beautiful cleansing energy from the Lord. And that's all it is. And even when it happens, you know, you don't know it happens. It just happens. And then you watch for beautiful things happen in your life. So it's all right in here. If you only got one gospel, if you only got one story from this Bible, this information is inside of each one of these stories. The same information is talking about come home, come home, come home, come home, come home. Even the ones where they're sitting, go catch the people on the highway, let anybody come. You know? Because they're busy. People were too busy to come. And they're always too busy to come. It's a beautiful story. Don't take it literally. It talks about you holding on to a little bit of you for energy's sake, you know, so you know, have this extra poof to go up there, all right? Well, best to you, and how's that for Bible study? And thank you. Love you. Love you.